Hello student, we are doing the solution of physics part of NEET 2018 booklet A. Up till now we have finished 1 to 21. Now this is question number 22. What is said in the question that an electron falls from rest through a vertical distance h in a uniform and vertically upward directed electric field. That means that electric field acting vertically upward. Now electron is dropped in downward, so the force acting on the electron will be what? Minus EE. That means the direction of the force acting on the electron is in opposite direction that of the electron, so it will move down with an acceleration uh, minus EE by m. Okay, now when proton is dropped, direction of electric field is reverse, so that means proton is having positive charge which is equal to that of electron. So if for proton, I mean the field will be downward, so so the force acting on the proton, that will also be what? So force acting on the proton will be what? Plus EE. So that acceleration is also what? EE by m. So okay, so these are the expression for this is the, I mean this one is the acceleration acting on the electron and this one is the acceleration acting on the proton. Now let us write down equation S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now what is said in the question that both of them are falling in downward direction by the same vertical displacement, that is h, and they are initially at rest, so this part will be 0. So plus a half a t square. So that means, I mean t square is equal to 2h by a. Okay. So what is a? What is a? A is given as EE. If I take the mod EE by m, so m will move up. Okay. So since 2h by EE are constant, I mean this is a constant term, so this is a constant term, so what we can write that t square is proportional to mass, or other way, t is proportional to square root of mass. Okay, now all of you know that mass of electron is very much smaller than the mass of the proton, so time taken by electron should be very much smaller than time taken by proton. So the correct option will be the time of fall of electron is smaller in comparison to the time of fall of proton. So the 3 will be the correct answer. Then question number 22, the electrostatic force between metal plate of an isolated capacitor of capacitance C having Q charge and area A. So we know the force acting between, suppose these are the two plates of a capacitor, these are the two plates of a capacitor having Q amount of charge and area A. So what will be the force? That force is actually Q into E, and by Gauss law we know that uh, electric field acting between two parallel plates, that is equal to sigma by epsilon naught, sigma by twice epsilon naught. Now what is sigma? Sigma means q by a, so q by twice epsilon naught, and this is q by a. That means force will be equal to q square by twice epsilon naught a. So that is the expression for force. Now let us see the option proportional to square root of distance between the two plates, distance between the two plates, distance between. Now you see there is no sign of any distance in the expression because this is charge This is a, absolute permittivity, and this is the area of the two plates. So there is no term which is representing, I mean, distance. So proportional, linearly proportional, inversely proportional, independent. So definitely the correct option will be what? The option number 3. So that means uh, the force between the metal plates of an isolated plate capacitor is independent of their separation. Then the tuning fork is used to produce resonance in a glass tube. The length of the air column in the tube can be adjusted by variable piston. At room temperature 27 degrees centigrade, two successive resonances are produced at 20 centimeter, that is L1. L1 is equal to 20 centimeter and L2 is equal to 73 centimeter. So of column length. If the frequency of the tuning fork is, the frequency is given as 320 hertz, then what will be the velocity of sound at 27 degrees centigrade? Now this is actually the question which is related to resonance tube, and it's a practical based question in physics. Resonance tube, it's a practical based question, and all of you know that velocity uh, of sound can be calculated with the help of resonance tube. Okay, now this is resonance tube. Okay, now the frequency, the velocity frequency is given as velocity divided by 2 L2 minus L1, or here our requirement is velocity, so velocity will be equal to what? Twice nu into L2 minus L1. So if I put down the value 2 into 320, then within bracket 0.73 minus 0.20, because they are in centimeter, convert them into meter. So the result will be 339 meter per second. So the correct option will be 2. Okay, then you go to question number 25. Pendulum is hung from the roof of a sufficiently high building and is moving freely to and fro like a simple harmonic oscillator. The acceleration the bob of the pendulum is 20 meter per second at a distance of 5 meter from the mean position. So time period of the, so it's a very simple question of simple harmonic motion. You know the acceleration of a particle undergoing simple harmonic motion is given as, if you take the mod, you can write is what? Omega square into x. Now what is x? X is the distance from what? Either left hand side or right hand side from the mean position. So here acceleration is given as 20 uh, mm, meter per second when the object is at a distance of 5 meter from the mean position. So your omega square is equal to what? Omega square is equal to 4. That means your omega is equal to 2. And all of you know that what is omega? Omega means 2 pi by t. Okay, so 2 pi by t is equal to 2. So this implies time period is equal to 2 to cancel out. So this is what? Pi second. So this is the, correct answer, the time period of the pendulum. So your correct option will be 2.